Hello there and welcome to another one. It's game on, baby. We're back with another one. It's Thursday, it's 3 o'clock, and it's the hour that matters. Hero is not here. He's absent without leave. I've got no clue where he is. If you do not, tell him to come to studio and start recording because dude is getting lazy. Anyway, we know that the cricket season has started, so he's busy with that. Aya is not here. Pumza is here. Rafael is here from somewhere. And the most important part is you are here. And because you are here, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you know that if you want to move, could it be that you want to move offices or move houses or move apartments? Best Mini Removals is the solution. Because I always say moving needs to be part of your CV because it's hard work. Now you have to think of all the boxes and how to pack them and label them and do all the nitty-gritties that need to be done. Why don't you have the professionals do it for you? They've got the manpower, they've got the trucks, they've got the transport to make sure that your movement or your transfer is seamless. Let them and put them to the test. Contact Norman Abraham. The details and everything that you need is out here. Or alternatively, go to www.bestminiremovals.co.za. Norman will definitely help you. And as you get helped, we also get helped. And as you advertise your business, we always ask you to support this business or support this podcast by sponsoring the video or by marketing or advertising your brand or your company. Without further ado, because I speak a lot, the next interview that is coming, we had a chat to Alfred Mothoa. If you know Alfred is a first-class cricketer that was born and raised in Hammanskraal. Now, Hammanskraal is not the best of places in South Africa. It is it's dilapidated and it's a poor background. But to find someone that has made it this far, he's been playing first-class cricket for over 10 years now, and he's still going strong. He's still a young lad, still bowls it quick, and still does everything that he can to give back to the community or give back to the community of Hammanskraal. He started off at Northerns. From Northerns, he went to Titans. From Titans, he went to Knights in Bloemfontein. From Bloemfontein, he is currently now with the Warriors in Eastern Cape in Port Elizabeth. So we had time to chat to him, and what an amazing, amazing young man, and doing everything that he can to give back. And the information that he gave us is amazing. I can't wait for you to listen to that. That's one. And two, if you know of anyone that is a servant of the game, come on, bring them onto the show. And it's a massive shout out to Ihumutseng Mtoa. That's Alfred's brother. He's the one that came to my inbox and is like, you know what, I want you to hear my brother's story. This is someone that has never played school cricket, never been in any of these ranks where schoolboy cricket and all that. He just went on to play club cricket at age 15. By age 19, he had already made his first-class debut. No, not his first-class debut. He was already with the Northerns that led to the Titans. It's an amazing story, and I know that you're going to find inspiration. If you do, and it's your first time here, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. That way, more people are going to come on board, more people are going to hear about this, and more people are going to know about the servants of the game as you put a spotlight on club cricketers and professional cricketers and overall custodians of the game of cricket. So before I waste any of your time, let's just jump into the interview, and I'll see you guys after the interview, and you let me know how it goes. So let's boom stuff. Thank you, man. I know it's been a long time coming, obviously, because I wanted your shirt, firstly. A huge fan. So.
Yeah, no. You can just send me your address and then I'll send you something after this.
That would be great. That would be great. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I know you're a busy man, and I know for sure that the conversation is going to be fruitful to myself and to the listener and the viewer as well. So I know you guys are so busy. If it's not gym, it's playing and everything in between.
Yeah.
So for you to take your time, it really means a lot to us. Anyway,
yeah,
the Game On podcast is about servants of the game. So we always want to bring people onto the show because I believe that each and every person has got a story to tell. Not everyone woke up being great. So there is a little child somewhere that was broken, or another guy that was broken and thought that life was never going to change. But then when they listen to servants of the game or custodians of the game, they get that glimpse of hope, even if it's not on the cricket field, but also just life in general. So that's what we're trying to achieve. And obviously, we are mainly focusing on club cricket. And for guys that know what club cricket did for them until they made pro. So here you are.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for actually wanting to hear about my story, because when we tend to tell our stories, we're from the Kasi and this is how we made it. Sounds like a sad story, but it isn't.
Yeah.
It's who you are, and
yeah,
it's exactly what made me the kind of person I am today.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Before I jump in, I know you debuted. I think you've been in the first class scene for over 10 years now. And one would ask, the first question would be, who is Alfred? And the reason why I want to ask that question, because for me, I know who Alfred is, but for someone else that's listening and maybe they don't know cricket or anything, they're asking themselves, who's this handsome fella who's got beard and everything? So from your own words, right, who is Alfred?
I'm not gonna say anything about cricket. Alfred Mothoa is a young man, still very young, a young man from Hammanskraal, Stingwater. The love of cricket, I never really had it. My brother, he's the one that actually introduced me to the sport. I played football at school. I went to Muchibusani Primary School, and later on went to Tefusheni Secondary School, which is where I did my matric. And yeah, I never played any school cricket. I joined Hammanskraal Cricket Club, and that's when it became a dream afterwards. But my brother was actually harsh on me to to carry on with the sport.
Wow.
I'm actually very lucky to have him. Yeah, but Alfred Mothoa is a brother. I have 3 older brothers, younger brother and a little sister, and I have a daughter, 12-year-old daughter.
Nice.
Yeah, my mom's still alive. Dad passed away 2019 March. So yeah, that's me.
Wow.
Born and bred in Hammanskraal.
And a massive shout out to your brother, because he's the one that reached out to us as well. And it's like, hey, mate, you're doing a great job, but I would really love for you guys to chat to my brother. So I'm like, oh, okay, definitely. Without a doubt. And I said, please arrange an interview for us. And he's like, yeah, sure, brother. Just like that. So when you say he pushed you, I can see, I've never met your brother before, but I could see the way he's so, what could I say? He believes in your dreams so much. Could you say that if it wasn't for a brother like that or a family member that supports you to that extent, it becomes difficult to make it in anything? And I'm going to come through to, yes, you never played school cricket, only to be this successful. Just give me from your own words, what impact your brother is given on your career.
Well, we just used to play cricket in the backyard at home. So we never knew the rules. We were just playing for fun. Really, I played football. The last game I played, we lost 8-0. And then my brother had a under 13 team that he was coaching in the Kasi.
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys are still my friends today. So from that young age, a lot of those guys, they played cricket, but then now they have moved on. He was a hard coach, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Until he started coaching girls cricket in Hammanskraal. I think
it became that's a softie.
I think that's when he had to calm himself down a bit, because he wasn't going to coach girls the same way he coaches boys cricket. So I think he had a love for the game. He at some point wanted to play professionally and maybe for South Africa one day, and he did as much as he can, and he saw that he couldn't, but he still had the love for the game.
Yeah.
And then that's when he started coaching in Hammanskraal Club and moving up the ranks up until he started running Hammanskraal Club as the administrator there.
Wow.
So for me, looking up to him, I had to follow, and I was always behind him. He is my lifetime coach, the guy that I still turn to if I need to sign a contract somewhere.
Wow.
He knows where my whereabouts, when I'm playing, everything about me. So my other brothers played cricket, but they had their own careers. They in different departments, finance, what is this, graphic design, and construction. So me and Khomozo were always very close because of cricket.
Wow.
So our brothers even closer. Yeah.
Wow.
So
it's actually amazing that you say, and I'm gonna come back to your schooling career. So fine, this is a young man from I've been to Hammanskraal. I think I stayed in Hammanskraal for a good year or two in Ramutsi. And that's not it's a place that you wouldn't expect to breed professionals like yourself. And this is just testament to the programs and whatever that they are running at Hammanskraal. It's amazing to see someone like you flying the flag high, because that place is disadvantaged in a lot of ways, infrastructure and all that. Yet there is someone that comes out of there and say, not on my watch am I. You are actually an ambassador of Hammanskraal, and you're still going to fly that flag high wherever you're going. I want to come back to you as a youngster in school. You said you loved soccer, right? At what point then did it dawn on you, Rinat, I think this cricket thing is going to work out for me?
Well, I don't love soccer. In the Kasi, to be honest, everybody plays soccer. Everybody wants to make it.
Because it's
soccer.
cheaper. It's cheaper to have a soccer ball, yeah.
Exactly. When a little boy is born and when he turns 5, they throw him a soccer ball.
Yeah.
So in my case, that was it in the Kasi. And my brother, I don't know how he got to fall in love with the game, but that's where it began for me as well. So at some point, I wanted to make his dream come true. Like for me to play professionally, I wanted to make him proud because he couldn't get there.
Wow.
So he's a blessing for me. I mean, coming from a school where we didn't play any school cricket, we just played against some guys from a different area from there as well. But and as soon as at the age of 15, that's when I started playing club cricket.
Wow.
So you can imagine a young boy who's maybe 5 years old who played KFC mini cricket, Bakers at the time.
Yeah, Bakers, yes.
And growing up with and having good coaching. You know, I never really had any good coaching. The only time I started having good coaching with a person who have levels in coaching and all that, qualified, it's when I was 15 years old. That's when I joined Hammanskraal.
Wow.
So, I think it's about heart, man. If you have heart to do something, eventually you'll find a way.
This is a 15-year-old that is playing club cricket with seniors. There is banter, there is swearing, there is abuse, you name it. And here you are as a 15-year-old, you're already set and say, I want to realize this dream not for myself, but for my brother. That to me shows me that the whole family was raised in a selfless manner. So much so that you're doing something not for yourself, you're doing it for someone else, and you're still doing it to the best of your abilities. Because a lot of times we kind of feel like, if I'm not doing it for myself, then I don't have to put 100%. Yet here you are saying, my brother could not make it that much, so I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I raise that flag or I make him proud. That's just a huge shout out to you guys. I can almost sort of see your family dynamic or your family structure and how your family has supported you through the ranks. Apart from your brother, did your other siblings or your mom and your dad, did they understand the game? Because a lot of times when we are in the kasi, a lot of parents don't understand the game. They just know that it's a game of sticks where someone hits the little ball and then they chase it. It's like, "Aye, man, this is nonsense." You understand? Did your parents understand the game when you started at 15?
So when you're young and all your parents are doing is trying to make, build you a better life, trying to go to work and make money so they can support you. Honestly, it is tough for them to know what's going on, what you're trying to do, especially when it comes to sport. In their minds, they want you to grow up and find a job. But I don't think they thought I would ever make cricket, make it in cricket.
Be a doctor, be an engineer, be a teacher.
Exactly. So it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere, really. Me and my brother packed a bag and we walked down to, there's a school there, Fatlohang. That's where everything started, really. There's just it's a soccer ground now, one of the primary schools there. That's where everything started. We used to pack a bag and put it on our back and we go down and we practice and we play and we had fun. So it was tough for them to understand. I think when I started traveling at the age of 19, that's when I started going to Centurion for practices and stuff. I think that's when they realized there's actually something here. And I'd come back and I'd explain, a lot of stuff to them. That's when they started to understand, okay, Saturdays we go play club cricket from the age of 15. So that's when they understand, Saturdays we go and play club cricket and we come back and we're tired, and we do it all over again the next coming weekend. Yeah. So, but in terms of my brothers, and like I said, everybody played cricket at home. So they knew exactly what I was doing, but they just didn't expect me to make it this far.
Wow. So you're the only one that has pushed this career forward. And yes, Humutsi is still an administrator, so he's still a servant of the game. Fine. There's a little boy again coming back to Hammanskraal, and you debuted just before 2013 or in 2013. But before your debut, this young man is called to the Titans, or this young man is called to the Northerns. What is going through the young man's mind? Because one moment you were in this sort of background that had nothing, to all these lights and all this sort of fame that is coming closer to you. What was going through your mind in that whole scenario? I think you were 18 or 19 when you were called up to Northerns. What was going through this young man? I want to get inside your brains or inside your mind. What was going through there?
So it wasn't to play for Northerns. There was this thing called Calls Week. It's a Calls Week where we go like to Kimberley, and then there's other teams from other provinces, and we meet there and we play. And later on, they choose SA calls, guys who performed really well, and they'll go play further. And those are the guys that actually stand more chance into getting selected in other things. But at the age of 19, that's my first time playing in a team where there is a colored Indian or a white guy in the team. And I'm coming from a Kasi where it was just black.
It's all black,
So now, and at that time, my English wasn't where it's supposed to be honest. Because if you're coming from the Kasi, you don't really have confidence.
It's sorts it out all the way. So yeah.
You don't really have confidence to express yourself. But in those times where I started playing with those guys and I started to get to know everybody else and how they operate and all that. Then we went to Kimberley, we played Colts Week, then I come home. And I think I went for a period of about 3-4 years where I wasn't getting selected for anything at Northerns. Then I took a risk. I went to Zanin in order to try and make the Impala side.
Okay.
It's the Limpopo side, provincial side, That's what I did. I played club cricket that side. People don't know this, but when I got to Limpopo, I left cricket. I said, no, I'm done. I have a daughter on the way,
Yeah.
and I need to put food on the table.
Yeah.
So I went to go work. Yeah, I went to go work at Spur,
Wow.
but I did not last.
Because that was not your
I
life.
lasted 3 months, and I went back to coaching, and eventually I made. No, that wasn't. No, it wasn't for me. It
Yeah.
wasn't for
Yeah.
me. I mean, I had the love for the game. I still wanted to play cricket, but I couldn't balance it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so I said, no, I'm just gonna coach, and then leading wicket taker that season, 2012. Yes, 2012. Mandla Mashimje, the Titans coach. Now he was a coach,
Yeah.
player coach that
Okay.
time.
Okay. Okay.
So December 2012, he was appointed. He was appointed as a Titans assistant coach.
Yeah.
I came back to Pretoria. Then I started. Yeah, and then I started coaching at Prestige College.
I see.
I left cricket over again.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
left cricket over again. Yeah, and then there's a guy. His name is Mark Charlton. I'll tell you now, if it wasn't for him and my brother, I wouldn't have made it this far, because
Wow.
I left cricket and I said, "No, put food on the table." Then he called me in and he said, "Listen, come to my office. I mean, I still want you to play. I'll give you a chance."
Wow.
And he did.
Wow.
Yeah, it was also actually a blessing as well. So if it wasn't for him, he backed me so much. He still wanted me to play because I did well in Limpopo. I think he was watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
He knows how to spot talent.
Wow. It's amazing
So
how you say he begged you. That's so important to have someone that's going to beg you, because no matter how talented you may be, you almost lost
yeah,
out. South Africa almost lost out on you because the game was
yeah,
not giving back to you. In as much as, yes, you were
mm,
putting in the effort and everything, but the game was not reciprocating. And it's so important. I'm
yeah,
getting that part of having someone that still believes in you and say, you know what, I'm backing you. Even if you fail, I'm
yeah,
still going to back you because I know the kind of player that you are. Let's come
yeah.
back to you deciding to go to Limpopo. Did you have anyone that you were going to that was going to back you there? Because it's one thing to say, okay, I'm tired of being in Joburg. I want to go to Cape Town. But then if I don't know anyone in Cape Town, I'm going to start from scratch and I don't know how they do their things and all that. So obviously the people that are in Limpopo were not doing the same things as you guys were doing in the Northerns. So did you have
Yeah.
someone that suggested that, you know what, come this side, maybe, just maybe there's a chance for you?
There's a guy by the name of Lakin Klongo. He is from Nkwankwa there in Zanin. He played for Impalas for a few years as well. So I was coaching in Nkwankwa there with him. So he was kind of like a guy who said, "Listen, come here," and then he actually gave me the coaching job in Nkwankwa when I left cricket and everything, and I worked at Spur. Then when I went back to cricket, he said, "No, you can come and coach here, and then this is how much you're gonna get." And then I worked my way. We played for the same club cricket, and we played for Impalas at the same time. So he was actually one of the support structures I had in Limpopo. I stayed with my grandma in Zanin and my two cousins
Oh,
at
so
that time.
you had
So
family in Limpopo. That made life a little bit easier for you, huh?
yeah,
To a certain degree.
yeah. In terms of accommodation,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't just gonna move.
Yeah, where are you
So
gonna start?
everything was
Are you gonna sleep under the bus stop? Yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Also,
like get a room for 500 bucks.
exactly.
Yeah.
So the time that you left, and that has to do with your mental. You have to be strong enough to understand that, yes, in as much as I want to pursue this dream, but if the dream is taking time, I'm a man already. I've got a kid that is coming up. You're not going to raise your
Yes.
child. You're not
Yeah.
going to raise a child by saying, I want to be great someday. No, 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 no. Children don't care about all that.
Doesn't
They want food, they want
exactly.
nappies now. They don't care how you get it.
Yes. Yeah.
So, what was going through
Yeah.
your mental? Let's take me through your mental health at the stage for you to say, in as much as I
Yeah.
want this game, I want to play, I'm talented enough, but I have to leave it. That takes discipline.
Yeah.
Take me through your mental health at that point. How did you manage to stay calm, to stay level-headed because you're about to be a father and also have to make a life decision? Those are two life decisions that you were faced with, basically.
Mm.
You being a father and
Yeah.
you neglecting or sort of letting go of the dream of becoming a professional cricketer.
You know what? My dad had 5 kids before my daughter, before my sister, let me say. I believe he also had a dream to be someone some time in his life. And I presume maybe he left his dream and had 5 kids, and he needed to make sure that the kids are well fed. You know,
Yeah.
my dad was a proper family man. He loved his family, and I think I took a bit of that from
Wow.
him.
Wow.
So I was prepared to lose out on my dream so I can look after my child.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah,
big, man. That's big.
yeah,
That is big.
yeah,
Shout out.
yeah. I mean, having a thinking. I mean, I have a baby on the way. Yes, the baby will need food and nappies, but cricket at the time wasn't doing anything for me. And I said, well, this is what I want to do. I'm going to leave cricket. I'm going to start coaching at Prestige College again. And yeah, Mark Charlton just came out of nowhere. And then he said, I still want you to play. I think me having a child made me work a bit harder.
Wow.
In terms of when he said, I want you to play still, I wasn't playing for myself. I was playing for my daughter. So I can build a better future for her.
It's amazing how, when a man speaks about their child and the pride and their eyes just show it. You're a good man.
Yeah.
You're a good dad. And it's amazing
Thanks.
how you are saying you took a little bit of that from your dad. I don't think that's a little bit. You took a whole chunk because
Yeah.
a lot of times we want to focus on the dream so much so that anything and anyone that is going to disturb that, even my own child, no, wait, I'll get back to you. But here you are saying, fine, the moment that the opportunity then came along, you were working extra hard for the very same daughter. Again, there's selflessness. First of all, you wanted to be a professional cricketer for your brother because he couldn't make it. Now here you are saying, I want to work extra hard because I've got a daughter that was just going to look up to me. And your daughter is 12 years old now. At the time, probably in 10 years' time or whatever, and you're retired, they're going to be looking at this interview and listening and thinking, geez, is this how my dad saw me, or this is how my dad regarded me in his life? And that's, we need so many men, we need other men to be this kind of present fathers in their children's lives, so much so that if the dream happens, it is happening for my children. If the dream has to be let go, it's being let go because of my children. So well done on that, man. That's really, really amazing. Take me through now club cricket in Hammanskraal. How competitive is club cricket in Hammanskraal, so much so that you can be noticed? Or how competitive is club cricket in South Africa that is going to breed more first-class cricketers? Is there something that you guys are doing right at Hammanskraal that other clubs are not doing? And if so, what is that? So much that other clubs that are listening to this and they'll go, we never had a first-class cricketer in our stable. Does that mean that we're not playing enough cricket? Yes, we are. It's still the same fixtures, still the same venues and all that. Yet other players are failing to make it. What is it that you guys are doing at Hammanskraal, or what are they doing currently to breed players like you that will be successful in their careers?
Well, at that time, Hammanskraal Cricket Club was still in the Premier League. And as a youngster, I got exposed to that level cricket. They put me in there. I remember I was 16. I played the first team game, and I got chassis. um, balls were flying. Balls were flying. I got hit, and there's a guy by the name of Tabiso Makwela. He's the HOD there in Prestige College, head of cricket. So he was the under-15 coach at the time. He was the one that actually saw me come in, and he worked with me as well as we go. And he was playing for the team, the first team, and he was there when I got obliviated by the guys there in Kentron. He actually thought I was gonna quit cricket after that game. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed my time.
It was fire in Babylon.
Yeah. And then we got relegated to Promotion League. And then that's when I got advice from everybody saying, listen, you actually can do this. You need to actually I moved a bit late at the age of, I think later on. That's when I moved to Boys High, All Boys. Yeah. Okay. They were in the Premier League. My agent today, his name is Chris Cardoso. Wow. He was my coach at the club, and he was my coach at the Colts week that we went to. So he's my agent today. So I've known him for a very long time. Wow. And he's actually the guy I trust the most with my paperwork, my contracts and stuff. Yeah. So he sorted all of that out for me. Well, I don't know if you know that I was selected for the Mzansi Super League.
Yes.
I can't remember what year was that. Yeah. But yeah, he does a lot of work for me.
Awesome.
So I think in Hammanskraal, they wanna, when it comes to women's cricket, I saw a lot of talent. I saw girls who were gonna make the Proteas if they were still playing today. I saw a lot of talent, saw a lot of heart. I think we're all about the care policy. We care so much, and we wanna put out talent or hard workers out there. Sometimes you look at talent and you miss hard work, but those hard workers like myself, we tend to slip through the ranks with hard work, not just being put up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, what they did for me actually kickstarted my career. I found a home where I can actually go back to if I need to sharpen my skills.
Wow.
I still go home and try to help out there and there.
Yeah.
Where I can. Hammanskraal Cricket Club will always be my home club.
I think it's because your work schedule is hectic as well. So in as much as you want to go there as often, and right now you're even further away in the East London, Eastern Cape. It's even far away now.
Yeah.
But I want to touch on quickly on your first class debut. When you got the call to say, fine, you're going to play your first, I think you represented Titans first up before you moved up to Knights. Take me through this young man that's from Hammanskraal to be given a first class contract. What's going through your mind at that point in time? Are you going, crap, did I just make it? Or are you going, Mama, I made it, I'm going to do the best that I can? Or you're going, God damn it, do I deserve to be here? Because a lot of times when stuff like that happens, self-doubt creeps in, and you get to places when you feel like, I don't think I deserve to be here. Did you ever go through something like that?
I think what helped me is that I played under McCharlton for about 3 seasons. So he's a very good coach. He knows how to pick a team of rejects and just work with them and then make them great.
Wow.
And that's what he did.
Wow.
That's what he did. he worked hard with me. He knew. I remember one time, we were sitting in the change room, and actually said something. He said, "Does anybody want to say something?" I said, "A coach's job is to trouble the comfortable and comfort the troubled."
Jeez.
And that stayed with him, and
Wow.
that stayed with him for a very long time. And that's
Wow.
what he did for me.
That
Because I'm
that
from
that statement
Hammanskraal.
just killed me. No, repeat that. Repeat that. Woo! Wow.
Trouble the comfortable and comfort the troubled.
The trouble. Cheers.
And that stayed, yeah, no, that stayed, I think that stayed with him for many years, and he's still doing the work. I see it all over when because he coaches Northwest, not Northern Cape now.
I see.
So,
oh yes, he went to Northern Cape, yeah, last season, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a father figure as well to me. So,
wow.
So Ma making the Titans, I remember I broke my thumb. I was playing against I was playing against Ireland. It was just a warm-up game.
Yeah.
And I remember that December, Mark Charlton, the very Mark Charlton, he said to me, "Listen, I'm not gonna go on a holiday in December. I'm gonna stay with you here, and then we're gonna work."
Wow.
And at the age of 23, at the age of 26, sorry, at the age of 26, I'm thinking, am I ever gonna make it here? Am I ever gonna make it to the Titans?
Because once you get, you're almost 30 and you're thinking, my career is almost finished before it even starts. Yeah.
Exactly. So yes, I played Northerns from the age of 23 until 26, and then I'm thinking, am I ever gonna make it here? But Mark Charlton stayed with me that December, and we worked hard. In Jan, I was up and running again. I was bowling, playing. He made me the kind of bowler I am today. Like, I was more specialist in 4-day cricket, where I mostly control the rate, first change bowler, and I made it my game then. I said, no, this is what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And I remember walking down. Titans were practicing at the nets at Supersport Park, and we were going to be on the field first, and then we were going to swap over. So they were in the nets first. We were on the field, and I was walking down, and then Albi Moko, he said, "Hami," they call me Hami. You're not going to practice the Northerns today. You're going to practice with us.
Wow.
And I was shocked. I mean, I didn't hear anything before that.
Wow.
Yeah, I was comfortable with where
you were. Yeah.
Northern.
Yeah.
Where I was. Yeah, I was going to play for Northerns, and the season is that. Because the Titans were going to play the last game of the season against the Warriors.
Wow.
And so I made my debut against the Warriors.
Wow. 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 What are the odds? Yeah.
We played in Benoni, and I did really, really well. And I was happy. It was good to have like a lot of experience around me. Dean Alger, Andrew Davids. And Andrew Davids was the captain at that time, and he said to me, "Listen, whatever you were doing at Northerns, that's exactly what the coach wants you to do here.
Yeah.
You don't have to change anything."
Wow.
And that's what I did, and it was an amazing feeling, really. And I'm sure my brother was very happy to hear that I'm gonna make my debut for the Titans. I had a picture. I had a picture on Facebook a long time ago, and I was wearing all blue. This was before I even thought I would ever play professional cricket.
Wow.
I was just coaching. I think I was 20 or something. I was just coaching, and I was wearing all blue. And then I wrote Titan.
Wow.
As my caption.
Wow.
So,
wow. Talk about words. Talk about speaking it into existence.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it happened, and it was a dream come true.
Wow.
For me.
Wow. How is it? Yes, sorry. Carry on.
My first interview, that's when I said I never wanted to play anywhere else but here at the Titans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing that we sat with Dr. Jacques Fall last week or the week before. Thursday's episode was Dr. Jacques Fall, and he spoke so much about the vibe at Titans, both from the office side and the guys in the field. And you could see
Yeah.
just walking into the Supersport offices, you could feel the vibe. Everyone is friendly and all that. And like
Yeah.
you're saying, you always wanted to be at Titans. Do you regard Titans as home then, if that's the case?
I do. Actually, the guy I looked up to who played, Efim Balati,
Yes.
I looked up to him. Every time the Titans would play, would go to the stadium, I'll be wearing something with the Titans name on. Wow. So I saw myself in the change room long before.
Wow.
Long before it happened.
Wow.
So yeah, and the time I was there with the Titans, an amazing time for me there at the Titans, and I wanted to grow. A lot of people want to know why I left the Titans because I wanted to always play.
Just hold on that thought. Why you left the Titans? Okay, so we're still talking about Titans being your home, and like you're saying, you always regard the Titans as your home. Yet a lot of people would ask you, why would you leave Titans? And my first answer to that would be obviously one needs growth, or one needs a better challenge, or one needs better opportunities, so to say. Is that the reason why you left?
There's a lot of talent in Pretoria, and it can only be 11 guys on the field.
Yeah.
I was regarded as a 4-day specialist, red ball specialist. But I wanted to grow my game. And I wanted to play white ball cricket.
Yeah.
There was my last season at the Titans, there were a few injuries. And I got to play 8 games in a row for the Titans. And I did fairly well, and I enjoyed it. And I wanted to grow a bit more, but I knew that the 2 guys that got injured, they way ahead of me because they played more white ball cricket than me. So they'll be more likely to be selected before myself. So it wasn't bad blood or anything. So when I left, it was just basically to grow my game.
Wow.
And see how far I can go.
Wow.
I mean, I don't have a lot of time, to be honest. When I left, I didn't have a lot of time. I had a few years, yes, but it's not like I had 10 years to go, so I can grow my game.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go, and it's not like I wasn't, ready to compete. I was ready to compete and maybe get selected ahead of some guys.
Yeah.
But there was an opportunity came for me, and signed a 2-year contract with the Knights, which gave me security. I didn't have to stress about contracts for the next 2 years. So
income,
they gave me security. I knew, income. So I knew that everything will be well taken care of. My daughter will be fine. I can just focus on cricket, and enjoy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. You get so from Hammanskraal, from Pretoria, born and bred in Pretoria, and everything has been happening in Pretoria or in Gauteng. Then you have to ship off to Bloemfontein, to Free State. How was the transition from all your life you've basically been in Pretoria? All your life you've basically been in Hammanskraal, with the exception of Limpopo, Tsanin. But for the most part of your professional career or professional setup, it has always been Pretoria. Then you get shipped off you decide to ship off to the Free State. How was the transition? Obviously, the language is not really a barrier because in the Free State, they speak Sotho. So it's more or less the same. But how was the transition for you between the 2 franchises?
Well, there was COVID time when I left. I remember I was stuck in a flat. I was stuck in a flat in Centurion, and we couldn't even move our stuff. I couldn't move my stuff, and when they allowed it, I think it was July or something, that's when I packed my stuff and I left. And my family couldn't believe that I'm actually moving away, far away from home.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I can
because now
imagine.
I've never really driven up and down to go home. You know, I was home every weekend when I
Yeah,
was there at the times. When it says Friday, and I'll go home.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was all about it. And now it was a bit tough. Now I'm gonna see my daughter once in a while because I'm in, Free State. It's a 5 hour drive.
yeah,
I'm gonna see my family once in a while. So that mentally actually played a part. So they knew that when I got to Bloemfontein, they knew that they needed to make a home for me. Like, I wanted to feel like I'm home. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
it wasn't the same. I spoke to my daughter, video calls and all that, but it wasn't the same
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
So luckily, going to Bloemfontein, some of the guys from Hammanskraal, people that I know from home, speak the same language.
I see.
They were also in Bloemfontein.
Wow,
So I didn't feel like I was totally alone.
wow, wow.
And another thing, when it comes to cricket, Alan Donald was our coach. I mean, who
That's
could you possibly
legend.
want to be?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Legend.
legend. Yeah.
Legend. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I learned a lot from him, actually. And then he left us for the Bangladesh job. And then JP, who I know very well, he was my coach at Northerns. Before I left for Free State, we actually left at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. So he left and then I followed.
Yeah.
He was assistant coach of Ellen and then he became head coach.
Wow.
And then, yeah, so it was good.
Wow.
It was good.
Take me through what happens in a professional cricketer's life or when it comes to changing teams. You mentioned that you've got an agent. Does the agent go scouting or looking for opportunities in another franchise when you're still contracted to the other one? How does it work?
No, agents are not allowed to chat to other provinces um, about contract wise, me possibly signing with another team. So he basically, there's a window that CSA says, okay, now agents are able to chat to other provinces about. It happens more, I think, in February, just before the season
Just before
ends.
season, okay.
That's when the window opens. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay.
just before the season. That's where the window opens, and then you chat internally with your team if they still want to sign you, or you can or they'll tell you, okay, listen, you must go look somewhere else, and then
Wow,
that's
that's
when
it.
you spread your
Wow.
you're free agent.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah.
How was your time in Bloemfontein overall? Because you were there for you initially were supposed to be there for 2 seasons, but you stayed for longer, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it was it 3 seasons?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
How was your stay in Bloemfontein?
um, first season I got there, I didn't know anybody. I knew there's a guy with Mbulelo Budaza. Actually, I knew some of the guys,
Yeah,
but I wasn't really used to them.
yeah,
Um, a couple of guys were from Pretoria. Um, I played against them club cricket. They were already that side. So how we worked it out was that we want to win a trophy. I mean, it was a while where the team won a trophy,
yeah.
and then the T20 knockout was introduced, and then that's when we won it. We played really well in the knockout stages, like in the group stages, and then we played the finals in Kimberley. And that's when I didn't play the group stages. I played when it was the finals and semifinals, quarterfinals, and semifinals, and then into the finals, and then we won it. So that was the first trophy we won at the Knights, and then yeah, after that, the ship kind of sank a bit, to be honest. we were not playing bad cricket. We just couldn't win any games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So until we got relegated, until the team got relegated, and yeah, I had to make my move because I still felt like I can still contribute a lot in the first division
Yeah.
cricket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you decide now to ship off to. This guy starts off in Pretoria, Bloemfontein, where you are speaking predominantly. There's a little bit of Tswana here and there. Then, shoo, you go all the way to Eastern Cape, and now it's Xhosa speaking, and it's a different vibe. Everything is different. How are you settling down at the Warriors?
I've been here since July the 3rd. How long has it been now? 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, since July the 3rd. Obviously, pre-season, it was just 4 or 5 of us. You know, it was tough because I didn't know anybody else there. But luckily, there's 2 guys that came with me from Bloemfontein. One of the guys' names is Peter Kruger, and the other one is Nielen van Heerden. So we played together in Bloemfontein, so we really know each other.
Yeah, yeah.
But other guys, I played against them, so I still know them, but I'm not.
But you
really
never had a relationship, kinda. It's just knowing each other on the field, and that's just about it.
Yeah, yeah. But so far, I'm loving it. I'm loving the beach. They gave me a place. They gave me a place by the beach.
Awesome.
So because they called me and they said, "What do you want to stay?" I said, "If you get me an apartment by the beach,
I'll be happy."
I mean, there's no beach in Hammanskraal.
Exactly. So you're waking up in Summerstrand and you're going, yeah, man, yeah, I'm living the life.
Exactly.
Love it.
Just across the road. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But the most important thing as a union or coach is if you make your players happy, you want to have happy players, and then the more they bring on the field.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not babied. People like to say we are spoiled, but we are not. We just want to be happy because we got a lot of stress, really.
True. It is stressful.
Every sportsman, yeah, they go through a lot.
Yeah.
Performance-wise, you need to perform. You're in a professional setup where they need to win.
Yeah.
They're not in a business of developing players. There's time for that. But
development is over and done. You are here to. You mean business?
Yeah. You're here to win. Yeah. So if you don't perform well, if you don't deliver, then that's on you. You know. So you need to find a way every time. How you practice, how you prepare yourself for the games.
Yeah.
It's all on you. So you need to deliver. Coaches are not here to coach you or baby you. They're here to actually manage you. They want winners.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Wow. Amazing stuff. How do you keep a balance though? Because the life of a cricketer is really, really tough. The extensive traveling and the working hours, everything is just, it's not like your 8 to 5 job with an exception of, okay, after 3-4 months, I can take leave and get away from it. You never really get away from cricket. Even if it's off season, you are in the gym, there is always a program. How do you keep a balance between that and family?
I think gym becomes a lifestyle. You know, you go to the gym because you make it a lifestyle, and because you need to get strong, fit for your job. So family-wise, because I'm far away, we'll have to video call them. I speak to my mom almost every day. My daughter almost every day. My sister, she's on TikTok and all of that. I get a lot of messages. But being a professional sportsman, you need to make your body needs to be well looked after. Recovery, how you prepare yourself. Like what I said, how you prepare yourself. You have to train. You have to know when to recover, how to recover. Because the traveling is not so much. The traveling is nice, actually. I know a lot of sportsmen say, I'm tired of hotels and traveling and all that. But the traveling the traveling and hotels, it's actually nothing to really talk about. It is actually very nice. It doesn't have to, I mean, it doesn't tire you.
Wow.
Tiring is when you practice and when you gym and when you play.
I see.
But then I think those are important because you have to know how to recover. Recovery is important when it comes to cricket, because sometimes we play back-to-back games.
Yeah, yeah.
Not only in cricket, sport. Yeah. So
sports in general, yeah.
people just people just need to know how to manage themselves.
Yeah.
That's all. If you know your body, you struggle with a knee or a hip or ankles. You go to a gym and you do functional work, specific work for all those things to make him stronger. I mean, I had a knee. I was in Bloemfontein. Last season, I didn't even finish the season. I remember in December we were. I think we had one game left, and then I came back and we wanted to change. My coach wanted to change something in my action. Part of it is my fault. I should have said no. I've been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it messed up my knee.
I
thought
before you finish, sorry to cut you there. Can you tell a coach that I don't want to change a certain thing?
So it's all about technique. So you don't change, you mold.
Yeah.
You prevent.
Yeah.
So you don't say, I want to change this. You have to prevent something not to happen. So when it comes to batting, yes, you can change a technique.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when it comes to bowling, you can't change the action, but you can mold it.
Yeah. Because you look at someone like Paul Adams. Imagine a coach saying to Paul Adams, I want to change your action. That was going to screw up the whole career then.
Yes. He was probably even going to struggle to land the ball.
Yeah.
But the way the frequency is, the freak way he's doing it. I mean, I don't have the most perfect action as well.
But then that's
been coached.
But the thing is, with your action, that's how it makes it lethal for you, because even your bouncer becomes stiff, or even your length ball doesn't come onto the bat like any batsman would expect. So because of that sleepy action, that's why you are successful. So I'm trying to figure out why would a coach want to change that? Because for you, your difference is how you're special. Not everyone is going to come with an action like Brett Lee and still be successful. Not everyone is going to come like Alan Donald or McCantin or whatever. People are different. Even McCantin had a different action to everyone, and everyone at some point thought that Mackay was going to break his back, but it never happened. So what made you accept the idea or the suggestion to change your action from that coach?
The thing is, we players, we trust our coaches. So we trust that whatever they're saying, it'll be for the better of you. But I didn't sit down and say, but why am I doing this? Do I need to do this? Can I afford to do this? So can I afford to do this? I'm 32 years old. Can I afford to do this? What if something happens and I get injured and then I can't play anymore?
Then I'm screwed. Yeah.
I'm screwed. Yeah. How am I going to be able to do that? I mean, I've been doing this for a very long time. How I brace my front foot. I'm not going to say the guys from India, they brace their front foot, so they bowl a bit quicker. Yeah. That helps them to bowl quicker. Yeah. He wanted me to do the same. But what made me successful is what I've been doing the whole time.
Yeah.
And I did that. I tried to do that for 6 overs, not a whole day, 6 overs, half an hour of bowling, and I was out for 6 months.
Eesh.
So I couldn't even hop. It was so painful. I missed out on 4 games of the season where I was supposed to finish the season.
Yeah.
They call it patella tendinitis. It's on your front knee here, just on the bottom of your kneecap.
Okay.
Very sore. Very sore.
I can imagine. Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah. Now the season is done. Now I'm not part of Knights anymore. I've signed a new contract, and it's not like the physio at the Knights can help me. So I did rehab all by myself.
Jeez.
I had to go on Instagram and YouTube and look up. Luckily, I found someone on Instagram, and then I followed his videos. I followed his steps, and yeah, my knee right now is 100%.
Oh,
I did
amazing.
I did the rehab. I remember I was in Bloemfontein the 2 months I was there. The last 2 months I started with rehab. I was home for 2 months, pre-season, off season. That's off season, 2 months. Yeah. I was home and I was doing the work at Prestige College. I used the gym.
Okay.
And then when I came here, I think I was 80%, more or less.
Yeah.
And now I'm at 100%. I'm playing again.
Wow.
I can jump. I don't feel anything.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to do the work, and it wasn't easy.
You are a legend. You are a legend.
It wasn't easy.
You are a legend. Wow. It takes a great deal of mental strength to do what you did, to still come back on your own, because you know the bigger goal. What advice would you give to someone that is playing club cricket right now from a professional point of view?
You don't give up. You go for what you really want to do. It doesn't mean you playing club cricket, you're not going to make it at the Titans. I mean, that's what I did. I came straight from club cricket and I went into the Northern setup, and all of a sudden I'm at the Titans. Hard work pays off, and they should just see where I'm from. If you think I come from the suburbs and I went to a nice school, just go back and revisit my life, and you will see what I'm talking about. I mean, hard work pays off, goes a long way. The coaches can see it. Everybody can see it.
Yeah. Wow.
And I think all the coaches want to work with a hard worker. Talent, I mean, what are you going to change?
True.
All the coaches want, they want the hard work. So, never give up.
Wow. Alfred, you've been amazing, mate. But before we let you go, there's a statement that we always want our guests to finish. And it says, a wise man once said. Please complete that statement for us.
A coach's job is to trouble the comfortable and comfort the trouble.
Wow. Awesome stuff. Alfred, you've been amazing, mate. Really appreciate it. I would really love to get your brother as well onto the show, and just to have his mindset when he first started. And I know when he started coaching you, at some point you thought that he hated you because it was so hard on you. And as a little kid, obviously sometimes there were tears involved and anger and all that, tantrums, but you still managed to pursue, or you still managed to have a successful career. So I would really love, and I'll chat to him on Facebook as well, just to have a feel of when I don't even mind going to Hammanskraal, because my sisters stay in Hammanskraal still. And I always, whenever I drive past Mandela Square, where Hammanskraal Cricket Club is, I always look at it and I'm going, wow, this is amazing, because I know the kind of players that they've breeded, you, for example, and I know that they're doing something, and we're going to see more players coming through the ranks from there. And the facility is still being taken care of nicely. I think that's what's important. If we take care of the facilities that in club cricket, it's going to be easy to see more youngsters coming through, and you are a testament of that. So thank you so much for taking your time. Lastly, before I let you go, what's next for Alfred?
Well, we haven't played a game here yet. We have 2 rained out games. So my mind
welcome to the Costa.
Live in the moment. live in the moment, just focus on the season. There's a lot I want to do still. So I'm just looking forward to the season. And then everything else will just look after itself.
Awesome. 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 Alfred, you've been amazing. I'll send through my address and I'm going to have a signed shirt from you and I'm going to hang it right here. I'm going to have all the players that are coming through. They're just going to hang their shirts. And it's really amazing to stay in touch with the brothers and what you guys are doing. You're doing amazing stuff. Keep on going. And you've got no idea how many people you are inspiring just by waking up. So thank you so much. And you showing up means a lot to someone else. There's a youngster that is listening to this or watching this and thinking, oh, so I can be something from nobody. A lot of these kids, they've got, they're going to best schools. They've got the best cricket coaches, one-on-one coaches. They've got bios and all that. You never had any of those, yet you managed to have a successful career. So this to me says, no matter where you are coming from, if there is hard work and determination, you will definitely make it. So thank you so much, mate.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Awesome stuff. Enjoy, and we'll speak soon there.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Keep well.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Alfred Mothoa, such an amazing, such a humble young man, doing the most or doing the best that he can to ensure that you are involved and you are motivated and you are encouraged as well, from the advice to the coaches to everyone that backed him up. And the one thing that I took from this interview is it is very important to have someone that backs you up. It's going to be very important to have someone that says, you know what, I believe in you. You may fail, you may do what, but I believe in your talent, I believe in your craft, I believe in what you do and what you say. So you need that one in your corner. That's how you're going to succeed. Other than that, talent on its own is not going to work. Hard work, like he says. So thank you if you're still here. I know that you got inspired. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the interview and who else must come through to the podcast. Which other custodian, which other servant of the game must come through, so that we have a chat to them and understand what goes through their mind, what goes through their work ethics and everything. What kind of people are they? We love you guys so much. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Remember to stay safe, keep believing, keep working hard, and God loves you. Cheers for now.